Take it back and an HE grenade.
Well, let's see where this one takes us then, as we are going to be starting to see a little bit of early aggression from the CTs, trying to take a couple of heads, and the Ts just greet them with a smile and a double frag. Twist looking to try and return something. Looks a little suspiciously like Nex as he frowns, but either way, Nitro now forced to try and do the majority of the legwork, and only one will be taken. Just Twist and Stan then left, as the CTs are going to be locked out of this bomb site. Smokes go down, Henry. This is looking like game, set, and indeed pistol round.
Game, set, and pistol, the old classic saying. It's all coming together. But yes, the bomb's not planted yet. It could not be over as we say it, because Twist does bring it down to the 2-on-2. Bomb we planted today. It's going to be a great stance now for the T side. They've picked up a USP in the hands of Tabson, one of the most talented players we have in CSGO right now, so I'm sure he's going to cause some damage to that. But both CTs coming from long, looking for the retake here. No kit picked up, so they have to operate very quickly. Yeah,
but fortunately, talking of Tabson, he's going to do exactly what he does best and forces Twist into a 1 versus 2. Just got B and Tabson left to try and take him down. It's going to be Tabson. No surprises there as he finds his second of the round. And all is good in the hood. Big will take the first round of the pistol. It looked like it was going to be quite a quick, and looks like Liquid were going to try and make them work for it. They had to really go on the grind in order to secure that round in the end. And the buy will keep Henry happy. We're going to be seeing the double rifles. None of that 5 UMP nonsense post-patch. Instead, you've got 2 AKs, the UMP, and double MAC-10s. They'll be holding them sideways and going gangster into the site.
In terms of the force buy, very modest from Liquid. No armor purchase here, Alex. Some upgraded pistol, which is absolutely fine, but that's the thing, right? We didn't get the Deagles and the CZs. If you're going to kill someone, it's normally in the very first interaction. You're not going to have a chance to really use that armor. So it does make a lot of sense to be a little bit more modest here. Get the money up, and obviously we want to see JDM on the AWP in that first gun round, have the diffuse kits, and not feel like you lose a game, especially in a best-of-1 environment. It feels like if one thing goes wrong, the whole half could fall apart on the CT side. The money situation could fall apart for them, but you're absolutely right with the big plan as well. 2 AKs, 3 SMGs, focusing on that utility there as well. Give Nex and Tabson your star fraggers, the AK-47s, allow them to have some long-range duels, and presumably go towards long at this point as well. Going to be flashing over the wall. Try and find that first pick, but there's no presence there from the CTs whatsoever. So this should be a relatively easy round here for Big. As long as they get towards the end of long, smoke bank and CT spawn, flash over, go in as a 5-man unit, have one watching the flank potentially.
Just basically, long story short, use your nades. Don't just go to give them fights.
That's absolutely it. Like, you want to make sure you deposit every bit of utility you have. You might think, oh, we can save this for the next round, it's not worth it, but winning rounds on the board in the best of 1, definitely the right approach.
Oh, you're getting exactly what you asked for. Look, Molotovs and smokes do rain in. Tabson's going to be flashed in as well. I love this from Big. Looking controlled, but can they finish it? No. Cherry on top, not delivered. Instead, Twists is going to get 2. We know what he can do with the CZ. We've seen clips on the interwebs. And now it is just going to be Nitro and Stan. Then Nitro actually could stop them on the plant. Suddenly, this is becoming a 2v2, and he's found a UMP. The Scavenger does get taken down, and the round will go the way of Big. But my God, 3 weapons taken away. Fortunately for Big, they managed to preserve, the real P shooters. 2 AKs preserved, but that could have got a little dicey.
It definitely could have done. Liquid causing a bit of damage there, finding a few frags, and they did have the advantage as well. First 2 kills coming in favor of Twist there. With that CZ, it's probably the most prominent pistol we have right now in CSGO. Obviously, since the nerf of the 5.7 and the Tech 9, the CZ has been very interesting, and I'm sure we'll see more of it in this tournament.
But to clarify, it hasn't been changed, has it? This is the same CZ
it's basically just out of necessity. That people have realized now that the slot of the Tech 9 can be placed with the CZ, and people are not really comfortable with the new Tech 9 yet. It's obviously a lot more tap-focused and run and gun.
Yeah.
And it feels like, even on the CT side as well, the 5.7 doesn't seem as powerful. It was not as spammy as it was before. You can't run around the corner and fire 10 bullets and find a couple of kills. So it seems like the CZ is really finding a name for itself at this point. It's rolling back the years, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I mean, the weapon is a 1 and done. You're not going to get much more. I mean, Twist perhaps shows us in the second round exactly what you can do with it, but typically it's a 1 kill, scavenge the weapon, and then try and do something with that. We saw Nitro putting that into play in the previous round. Now, talking of Nitro, you saw he was holding that flashbang. That's if there is a monster aggression. There won't be anything just yet. Instead, the CTs have chosen to stack on the bomb sign. Keeve's got all the information in the world here. Look at this. This is just a nice open bomb site. It's a dream, especially going up against that complete full eco.
Yeah, that's going to be round over. With a player like him in this sort of position, he's just looking to farm cash out. He's the full B stack from Liquid. And here come the frags. It's the first for Keeve. He knows he'll be a little bit horny for more, though. He's not going to be happy with just the 1. He's got the MAC-10. You've got no nades left. Just run around, try and farm some cash. Every kill with this MAC-10 is worth $600 as he goes towards the B site. CTs,
oh God.
They might want to deny him kills. It's not even worth really trying to get more than this, because every kill he gets, you're just giving him money at this point. They're not trying to peek him at all. Just hope they walk into the crossfires, right?
Surely he gets a couple more. I mean, this is something you can take a bit of a gamble with. He's got cash in the bank, But no, he's not interested in going hunting just yet. He's hoping the CTs will try and group up. He knows what's going on. The USPs will start chiming in. They'll go for these double, if not triple peaks to try and, you know, nullify some of the damage. And he's going to preserve his Kevlar, his nades, and everything in between. He's going to be a happy boy. Just keeping everything safe and sound, and the CTs will be forced to go ahead and go for that fallback.
And that's fine. That's actually quite wise from the CTs, right? Sure, you might think I have a default pistol and no armor, but every kill he gets, I'm giving him $600.
Right. And
every kill really does count in CSGO. And Liquid have been very wise and informed with their decision so far. We did see that partial buy into round number 2, but no armor purchase. So you can see the orb comes out. They haven't got a diffuse kit, but they have got the utility to work with it. JDM knows he probably has to work a little bit harder for the first frag here. We'll see what he can do as we enter round number 4. He goes towards short for now. And he will be pushing through the smoke as well. Feeling a little bit brave. Goes towards the short tunnel, but see if he can get anything done with it.
I'm all for aggressive AWPing on Overpass. It's one of the perfect maps for it. You can see, look at JDM's position now. If he had a teammate to swing over the door, a nade will do exactly that. He has a perfect line of sight into the avenue most teams would want to take for that map control. You can see Leggy is playing it passive at the moment, just holding that. I mean, it is a pixel angle. You can see information. Very unlikely to be picking up a frag, but looks like he's going to be trying to at least push off that, getting a little stuck on the ladder. And in the end, in the grand scheme of things, it does look like the T side are going to be navigating once again towards long. How often do you see teams kind of give long the most attention here, Henry? I mean, is long usually going to be the target of most T sides' desires? It feels a bit one-dimensional.
With not losing a frag or even gaining one, that's absolutely fine. You've got Key with the AWP here. You push the CTs back, you can see they can't really justify pushing for much more here, and tabseN comes in, the star frag, he'll be flash of it. One flash will go over, he'll try and do what he can. Here he comes. There's the flash, and let's see if he can find that first kill. I'm almost certain he does here. Spots one, Ooh. Can't get the double, and he will be taken down next to get the refrag. It's looking very good for Big right now.
Keith's just strafing into the site, doesn't matter. Or close range or mid-range at least, takes the frag and takes the site. Now then, Nitro and Twists are forced to make a decision rather quickly. Like, this does not feel possible. Locked out, smokes.
No kits as well.
And no kits, yeah, they're having none of it. They're going to be backing out of this one. And that was exactly the same execute we saw from Big on the second round. It's just that it seems to be their, they haven't showed too much of their hand just yet.
Unfortunately for Liquid, not too much presence towards long whatsoever. We saw what Big can do with that. You give a player like tabseN an inch, he's always going to take a mile. Gets himself up towards the end of long A, a couple of flashes over. They eradicate risk from him as well, dropping the Molotovs towards bank. Smoke off CD spawn, that one flash comes over, gives him a bit of space, finds the first kill, and then it's going to be Big collapsing on the A side. Nitro tries to stay alive here. Probably should be absolutely fine, but there's going to be Twists going down to the hands of Gear joining in as well with the fun. 4-0 on the T side. It's a great start for the German squad. And we go to round number 5 here. Problem is, after going down 4-0 on the CT side, you only save one rifle. I would say the force not really worthwhile at this point. A partial buy, that's fine. CZ's body armor. Here's the outside view, Alex. Have
it's
you been
gorgeous,
enjoying the pool?
isn't it? I have. I've been taking a dip.
Little doggy paddle, perhaps?
I'm more of a breaststroke man myself.
Do you keep the t-shirt on or take it off?
Who do you think I am?
I've seen a few t-shirts.
I'm not like a little beach weeb, just like, oh no, I go to the water park in my Under Armour.
Hey man, I keep the vest on. I want to show you like I'm protected from the sun.
Okay, all right, mate. Well, you did bring all the pool gear, by the way. If you guys ever want to party at the pool, invite Henry. He's got all of the
card games,
the gadgets,
fins, everything.
It's not even a normal snorkel. It's like a Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise level.
Yeah, I make
snorkel.
sure it's like full face. You can breathe under. Well, you can't breathe underwater. It stops the water coming in. You don't need to have anything in your mouth.
That's pretty sick.
You can communicate with the outside world still.
Yeah,
it's very good.
We'll have to do some underwater videos later on.
Yeah, some content.
Yeah,
no pants.
No pants dance. At the moment, though, I can't help but feel that maybe the CTs, once the weapons are in their hands, Henry, surely there's a discussion to be had about something aggressive, maybe even party or long.
The thing is, you need to be quite established in the CT side. That first gun round, so they had no kits. I would say you probably do want to go for the aggressive play there, but they didn't. They left long a little bit too open, but Stanislaus causing some damage here, but presumably taken care of. Now, how is Godby not taking him down? That's a little bit disappointing, but tabseN picking up the pieces here does find Stanislaus.
Godby's going to be kicking himself. Not only was that a free 600, he'd have still been breathing. Heart beating into the 5th round.
Yeah, that's a frag. That's one thing about Godby. It's always been the talking point. Like, very good in game leader, but the fragging potential sometimes isn't there.
Yeah.
Bit of a whiff on that shot. Should have been taking that all day long, considering the CT was flashed as well.
We saw him kind of like find form we hadn't seen in forever actually at that major, didn't
He's
we?
always great in the clutches. I'll give him that. Every time he's left in a 1-on-X situation, he knows exactly what he's got to do, and like, he can outsmart his opponents there. But as we get to the closing sectors of this round, 15 seconds remaining, the final execute comes in.
Here we go.
And the Molotovs are dropped, and could be some more frags here for the CTs. Getting a little bit uncomfortable now with 10 seconds remaining. They can't find the frags. The pistols are working out. Aegean, one of the best NA players, causing damage. That's it. Round over. A little bit too apprehensive there, and it will be Keeve to drop. And Liquid of 1-4, which didn't really have that much impact, and the CZs and some body armor completely wreck the plans of Big Clan.
Well, maybe, you know, change of plans. It has just been rinse and repeat. All 4 rounds have been acquired over on that A site. And there it comes. We're going to be seeing the kits, so Henry's happy, but also the question is, do we see some aggressive JDM? Do we see some aggressive Liquid? I think that's what we're all asking for.
He's been more assertive as of late, and that's been one of the most impressive things about his change of form. He's been one of the best players for Liquid in recent tournaments, and he's finding those aggressive peaks, and something he didn't really do as much before. And here we go, towards middle. We'll see whether he can open things up, looking for the first kill. Not going to be gifted anything just yet. No, he's aggressive player. He does go towards connector now. Look at Aegean.
I like this. This is kind of fight or flight, and it will indeed be good night for Aegean. He's gone. Thanks, man.
That's why you're back.
Yeah, I'm back in black, at least for one. Let's have a look then. The CTs have primarily just kind of committed towards B. It's going to be just all JDM for both long and party. So he's been given a whole lot of responsibility here, Henry. It's just like, okay, can you look after that entire side of the map? Fortunately, they're all going to be greeted by the CTs. Twist gets a nice little trade. It's going to be standards taken down.
So the reason the CTs do that, they lose their first pick, they need to make something else happen on this side of the map. They've chosen B, pushing through Monster Tunnel. They only get the equal trade there. That hasn't worked out for them at all. Still, with the man disadvantage, huge advantage for Big, and all the time to work with here as well. 1 minute remaining. CTs have to try and do what they can here. They'll be split up, one towards A, one bathrooms, one at the B side. That'll be Twist to hold them off. He's only got a flashbang, Alex, against 2 smokes, flashbangs and Molotovs to come in. Nitro will back him up. They've got a feeling this could end up at the B side.
Oh, and this is where the clock could bite Big in the backside unless they commit. You can hear the nades coming out. Twist can too. He's ready to just flick into anti-flash the second he hears another nade released. You can see, and here comes blood. It's going to be tabseN. Who else to open up the site for Big? Now Nitro has to pick up the pieces, and it looks like his patience is going to be rewarded. This is insane. 1, 2, and a third. Not going to be happening because Nex is going to find his head in just in the nick of time as well. 13 seconds as the bomb will go down, and now JDM, he's been so lonely on the other side of the map. Now he's got to try and come up clutch.
What is that, Nex? There's absolutely no need for that whatsoever. Horrible flashbang, then walking into the warm embrace of JDM. Now it's a 1v1. Keeve with the AWP as well. JDM has got the kit to work with, smoke and an incendiary. He probably has the advantage here. Keeve will be sweating bullets.
What was Nex's plan?
I don't know.
Conversation to be had for another time, because now Keeve is going to be truly under pressure.
Yeah,
JDM's got nades as well. This should be a full defuse unless... Oh, it's going to be the bait and switch. The no-scope's coming out, but JDM's made his life almost harder. The smoke's going to be disguising his opponent now. This is getting chaotic. An AWP duel ends in a P250, but time is not going to be there. It is going to go the way of Big, but good God, was that messy.
Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest of rounds there. Nitro, fantastic work from the barrel's position. You saw that trigger discipline come through.
Love that.
Teammate goes down. He's in a 1-on-4 situation, essentially, considering JDM's on the other side of the map. Lets 2 of them walk past. Kills 1. You never kill the bomber first, Alex. He can't do anything to you. You've got 4 seconds to plant that bomb. Take his teammates down first. Take the threats down. Then go for the planter. That's exactly what he did. Works out very nicely, but can't win the round. But the good news is Liquid did keep Big Clan very modest there. You can see the AKs coming out with SMGs, and this is why it's worth a force buy. With Liquid saving that AWP, that should have been a much cleaner round from the German side.
Shoulda, woulda, and coulda. Liquid do have a buy again. Aegean's just going to be forced to be playing with the scraps, a CZ for him to play with, but Nitro, they called upon him in the previous round, and it's time for him to shine again. This time Twist is still hitting shots, though. Look at this, 3 for Twist, so quick. And now, somehow, a Mac 10 is doing damage, Keeve. What helmets, he says.
Wow, now he's only got that Mac 10.
Oh.
There it is, it goes down. This is the chance for Liquid to really get back into this game now, as they take their second round on the board. They'll be able to buy into this pretty comfortably. Big, not so much. I think they probably forced into it, considering they have Keeve on 5k. Still, we'll see what they decide to do. But that all stems from that one round where X running into the crosshair JDM, making things very uncomfortable. Keeve dropping the AWP as well. You have to take an eco. No force buy here at all. PD50s, Deagles. And no armor purchase, no nades. It's the chance to farm some cash. Liquid with 2 MP9s. And that's another weapon that's kind of come to the forefront of CSGO. 3 years of not really seeing it at all, and now it seems to be one of the favoured weapons in terms of the
I mean, I don't know if I'm,
situations.
I don't know if I'm biased, but I can't help but feel Fur has started some
Sure,
of this.
definitely.
I mean, I spoke to him, I remember asking, like, why are you still using it? And there was no science behind it. He simply said, I like it. That was it. That was it.
It's a lot of run and gun, and if you get up close and personal like he likes to do, like pushing it towards T-spawn uninvited, and yeah, definitely can cause some damage. It's going to be quite a clean sweep here from Liquid, or is it? As Next finds another headshot. That's all we'll get, though. Alige finishes things off, and 5-3. Now we have a chance for Liquid to really get into this game. Still not the best of buys available for Big Clan. Galil's coming out. Okay. As you can see for Tabson and Godby, I'd say you always want to give Tabson the AK. If you have one available, get it out of the hands of, I guess Nex is their second best fragger, but you want Tabson, potentially one of the most talented CSGO players right now. Give him the AK, give him a chance to show us what he can do. There's a lovely betway pool. Does look quite nice in there.
Should we have a dip after this cast?
Yeah, I'm quite sweaty.
I'm going to go get my cat. My cat?
Your
my
cat.
kit.
Brought your cat with you.
I brought my cat. My kit is what I was trying to say.
Nice to swim.
Yeah, let's have a little look there. Nitro is going to be bringing some degree of aggression. It's actually going to be a deep smoke as well to try and keep the T's at bay. And, well, JDM, gets one. Will disappear again. Back up too short. Aggression through water. That's the kind of stuff that will win you rounds as CT Orpa here on Overpass. A spot of aggression, they're not overcommitting. That can sometimes be the decision to make. Now the deep smoke will dissipate, and it is time for the T's to make a choice. Grouped up with very little map control currently. They're just having a wander.
Look at that 5 and 4. For the first time, Liquid, JDM, his aggression does pay off. Taps in low HP. I don't see how Big get back into this round. Got a few smokes to work with here, but they don't really have Keeve, who's been impressing me so far. 6 kills in total, but he's not the kind of impact AWPer that really can open up rounds for you, but he goes towards bathrooms, hoping he gifted something here. Flashbang over, this will be him facing the site. At this point, no real reason to challenge him. You've got the advantage, you know the terrorist money is going to be low. Wait till their final commitments and hold the crossfires.
I think it's Alige that's going to be jumping for info. You saw it, his head just disappeared, and suddenly the molly does follow. It's all he needs to do, doesn't cost him anything.
Yeah, this is really good from Alige as well. He's buying time. You see 30 seconds, has dropped his smoke towards bathrooms, incendiary towards middle as well. Just hoping he can delay them as much as possible, make them feel very uncomfortable. Look towards long, that's when the MP9 comes in. Nitro and Alige working in tandem right now as they take down 2 players. Still the advantage, 4 and 2. That should be the round concluded. Yeah,
20 seconds, Big realizes there's just absolutely nothing happening, and it all does stem from what JDM did at the start. You said it. It was 4v5, they had no control, no nades, and that really did come back to bite them. As now we'll just be Nex and Keeve forced to just try and keep those weapons, and I don't think there's too much merit in hunting those down. Instead, Liquid will just be happy to put 4 on the board. And there it goes. North American side, it's always been hard to pinpoint exactly where they fit into the Counter-Strike ecosystem, and I think Stanislaw's arrival was where a lot of people thought this was going to be the kind of the growth of Liquid. They were going to put a real good brain behind some scary muscle.
Yeah. Absolutely. You obviously got Zeus there as well.
True.
2 times major champion with SK Gaming, or Luminosity, if you will. As their coach, he's more of a father figure. He's very experienced, very calm, but I'm not sure whether he's going to have a serious amount of impact is yet to be seen. Do we know what the ruling is at this event?
I was just thinking the same.
Because at Malmo, obviously, we could talk in the freeze time. I'm sure this event is probably fine. They can probably talk the entire time, so you can have some real impact here. But there it is, another round on the board for the Liquid boys. Looking very good now. Big Clan seem to have dropped off somewhat. Do force buy into this round. AWG comes out, but look how weak it is. UMP, 1 AK, Tabson, as we discussed, the star player down to a PT50. Same story for Godby. Keeve, who hasn't really been fragging too hard as of yet, needs to have a really high impact round. We call a pause. It's probably for the best. It's called by Alige, actually. So,
I'm interested. Yeah, you can see the coaches, or at least you can see Kankafu from Big.
Yes.
Standing behind them.
So they all have their own villas, for anyone's wondering what the setup is here. We don't have like a gaming hall. Every team has their own individual villa where they live, they game, they eat, they drink,
they party.
Sleep, they party, and
they play.
Yeah, it's quite a comfortable environment, I think, and they should be quite well versed in owning their opponents by now.
We'll find out just how much Big can do with this buy now. I mean, I'm more so intrigued about why they've left Tabson on a P250. I mean, even giving him the UMP would not have been necessarily the worst decision. But still, some players can make this pistol.
He's actually sick with the P250.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's one of those.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like I'm firing plasticine at my opponents with my P250, but he makes it work. Twists, albeit slightly predictable. There isn't that many options for him. He's been playing this corner. You can see, just same spot every time.
I've got 3 players in B as well. This will be some sort of B execution coming in from the T side here. dropping some smoke for Nitro, very up close and personal. JDM joining them as well, just buying some time with the incendiary. Smokes will come in, be towards the bomb site, towards heaven. Flashbangs will go over, but Nitro in such a prime position to take them down here.
This should be a massacre. It's going to be actually just a full-out brawl, and Twist is going to come out. Fatmas v UMP. Now, time starting to just get them a little anxious. Twist gets a second, surely not a third. No, fresh magazine costs him his life, and now JDM has to step up to the plate. He's dancing around the dildo, and nothing yet to come from him just yet. Instead, 30 seconds. Tabson, that P250 is suddenly going to be feeling a little insignificant. Tags up one, but JDM is going to be all too happy to find Kiev, and that's another.
The dildo, is that the official call-out?
I just realised I used, that's my matchmaking call-out.
Matchmaking when you're in Bands are playing?
The pillar, excuse me.
We like to keep it a family show, at least.
Yeah, do excuse me. That's my. I've been playing too much CS apparently.
Well, that was quite a lackluster round there from Big. I didn't really see any sort of moments. I thought, oh, they could do this.
Oh,
one.
Here we go.
Yeah, they went for the B execution. It's a little bit too slow, too telegraphed, locked out by utility. Great work by Liquid to do that, but the Big Clan was apprehensive to push through smokes after losing the first fight. They really had to get all in there and try and overwhelm JDM.
I mean, here's the question with the B takes. I mean, do you not feel like sometimes two smokes and the CTs can just sit there and laugh? You either push through the smokes or you're done.
Well, the best CT sides on the B bomb site will just say their incendiaries, and as soon as they feel the final commitment coming in, they know what they're going to be waiting for. That's when they drop the incendiary. They buy themselves some time. That's the last line of defense, really, and that's what Liquid did very well in that previous round.
You always have to draw them out early. That's the admission as a T side almost. But they're not going to be going towards B this time. Instead, or at least not yet, 2 or if not 4 early up long. They're going to be splitting through toilets now. You can see just warning shots fired out. It is just going to be a full 5-man P250, a little bit of Kevlar for Nex, and nothing more to write home about. Tamsin and God B do have a vest on as well. But this should just be... I mean, the question here is not necessarily who's going to win it, more so how many weapons can Liquid keep. Playing that long game.
Well,
or is it just going to be a walk into
just
Twist?
Contact play. Hope for the best, boys. See what we can do. Hope Twist doesn't kill absolutely everyone, but that's unfortunately exactly what's going to happen. He gets the 4-man spray down. Nitro chimes in for 1, and that's Liquid taking the lead at this point. Round number 11 goes in their favor, and there it is. Twist is actually a really good player, by the way. He's probably not really appreciated enough. He is extremely talented. I think he's 18 now. He's like 17 for the rise of most of his career, but now seems like one of the absolute best skilled players within this team. Yeah,
no, for sure. I mean, Twist, a lot of players, when you ask Liquid as well, they can't stop singing his praises because, of course, they see a whole lot more of him than we do. But yeah, when it comes to the big games, we do get to see some real flourishes of brilliance. And deep nades, once again, seems to be the protocol for Liquid. Deep nades and back up, and now JDM, once again, looking to get a little bit of spice. It's a tough shot to hit, and you always have to be worried about Party. Fortunately, I think he does have a teammate holding it.
Yeah, he's got Nitro. Just watching the back. The buddy system, and Elise is in Playground as well. So, you know what, they're absolutely fine. They can probably actually stack towards the B side with the setup. JDM in the connector, Elise at Playground, get 3 players in B. And it looks like it will be some sort of B execution here. With Nex and Tabson working towards the end of the connector here. They'll probably smoke off the left-hand side. It's not worth them even checking that. I'd say you just want to smoke it off, maybe flash it, then check. But they're going to be finishing up towards B. This will be a guaranteed frag for JDM, and Nex gives it up to him, and now they can fall back. JDM's done the hard work.
It's exactly what you need to do. I love that, like, not even thinking about a repick. Immediately, as that bullet is released from his orb, the Molotov is in his hands.
Yeah, means no one can chase after him, of course, and he can fall back into a safer position. But here we go towards the B site. Big getting it done. It's Aegean and Key to open it up to Nitro now to try and finish things off for Liquid, but the flashbang's too strong. Aegean takes him down, and that should be the round. But still have a chance here as Elise and JDM come for the retake.
2 very competent players. We've seen them do it in the past, but JDM would need something now, and Kiev instead puts a bullet in his brain, and it's left to Elige. We know what he can do, but surely there is nothing left for him in this round. Leggy is low. That's perhaps a little bit of a silver lining, but the flashes are going to keep raining in. That's it. Exhausted now, but time becoming a problem. He has 1 flashbang of his own, but so many angles, so little time. I think Elige realizes, as do we, that this should not be his round. Instead, just trying to do some damage. He will take 1 with him as he goes kicking and screaming. 6 feet under.
Yeah, definitely worth going some frags here. They've got like 4 players on 5 digits right now on the Liquid side, so keep big clan models. Don't let their bank accounts swell. Every round they lose or win, they need to be reinvesting the next round. At least finds 2 kills, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to round number 13 here. That was JDM opening things up, and all of a sudden the B side, Aegean and Kiev having some impact there, especially Aegean as well, finding the second frag. Good flashbangs towards Nitro. He's a very skilled player as well. Nitro at one point was one of the best.
He was crazy, dude.
Dropped off significantly, I would say, in the last year or so, but still always going to be a danger.
And this is some aggression from Elige. It's going to be greeted by Tabson, but still, An early first blood again from Liquid. They seem to have kind of, once you said, get that CT side economy established, they do start showing more spurts of aggression.
You can take more risks.
Right.
You know, even if you lose the round, you can fall back and you can buy into the next one. You have to save weapons perhaps.
Just a dry peak from Alige.
Yeah, why not? It's Twist and Alige is like the tag team duo now, just to note. Nitro, not as prevalent as he once was.
Being more consistent, and I'm talking...
Here we go, Stan.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know if Stan's going to get this, because you have got back's turn. Timing is going to be so crucial here. And it's actually going to be JDM doing his work for him, so he just backs up like a hermit crab, chills in his home, and we'll wait for more footsteps. There goes the smoke. That should slow them down unless there's a flash. We've seen Tamsin, he just turns his back and gets his teammates taking him through it. Oh, Tamsin, what's the plan here? Turns his back, actually from a CT flash. Not interested in committing just yet. 50 seconds, they don't have to rush this.
Definitely not, but they have got a flank coming in. But JDM drops. That's towards the bathrooms. Stanislaus going to be pivotal now in this situation. But Nitro in the corner that no one checks. They don't actually look into it whatsoever. He finds the bomb. 3 versus 1 now. Legia, 15 HP. He'll be towards bathrooms. No chance he wins this one, I'm afraid. Can't grab the bomb. Doesn't know where the CTs are. Nitro, as we just pointed out, always going to be a danger. Drops the smoke. They have to go through it. Time is ticking away. And he finds 2 kills. Legia trying to hopefully find something here, but that round is done regardless. Nitro only found 1. Stanislaus was coming in for that really nice flank towards long as well. They wouldn't have had much of a chance there. And Liquid extend their lead. And this goes back to the point of even a Legion in that 4 versus 1 situation. Him finding 2 frags has guaranteed them an eco now. Now they've won that round. No money available for Big Clan. They probably could have bought those 2 weapons saved, but not going to be the case here. They get $1,400 into this round. And here's the play. This corner, no one ever checks it, man. It's so frustrating when I cast. Every single time I say to Matt, like,
check the corner.
No one's ever going to check this, and it works out every single time.
Okay, so surely it's hard to check because you know you're either presenting your back to the majority of sight or you're...
No, absolutely.
Like,
There's definitely reason for it.
Yeah,
like,
it's brutal.
The point is, like, every time a CT goes there, they find 1 or 2 frags.
It's like a guarantee.
I've never seen anyone fail that position. It's nuts. But
the only time I see that position get exploited is when the smoke's just a little too deep, and then they just find themselves completely locked out.
Well, that's when you're completely wrecked, because then you come through with a grey screen and an angle you can't check, or you check the bomb side to take a deep breath and hope for the best. Here's a nice little transition. Up the train track we go.
Ooh.
Off, derailed.
This is an adventure.
It's going to be a pause, though, from the big boys.
Their money is still horrible.
Yeah, they only get $1,400 into this round after winning. Or losing the subsequent round, losing the one after that will be...
I mean, when you think about Overpass, there's a discussion to be had that they're already they're in a good place, 6, maybe 7.
Sure. I would say the way Liquid are playing right now, they probably want to be winning this half. I'm just going to look at the frag charts while we're here. Godby, 2 for 11.
Whoa.
He's not really taking part. At the same time, Stanislaus, the in-game leader for Liquid as well, 3 for 6. So, take what you will from that. Alige, nice early aggressive frag there, takes down Kiev, 5 and 4. Godby's got some armor here, that's about all they purchase, and he goes down straight away. Twist looking very sharp right now.
Yeah, Liquid are looking very intimidating. Look at Twists go. He's just shooting fish in a barrel. He may be a bit of an eco cobra, but he's taken 8 in about 8 seconds across those 2 eco rounds. He's just been so quick. One after another, left to right, knocking them down. He's got 19 frags already. We are just heading into the 15th round now. He's already got 19 on the scoreboard. You look at that in contrast to, say, Godby's 2. I mean, you know what's interesting? Both in-game leaders are currently sitting at about 3 and 2 frags respectively.
Yeah. And,
something to be said.
To be fair, it's Twist and Nitro that are doing all the legwork.
Look at that.
Yeah, they're really going for it. Twist and 19 kills. If you get 20 kills and a half a counter try, that's considered like godlike status. So that's very good indeed. Final buy here for Big. The gear down to the PT50. Galil comes out UMP for next, but that's already dropped. But Stanislaus will be taken down. A little team kill coming there, so we'll call that 2 for Stan. 4 on 3 now. And that should be the round. Considering the buys from what I can see right now, Legia on the Galil, 2 AKs. They've got 1 smoke to work with here. I don't see a way they take down JDM really. But, okay, well there it is. Godby, he finds it. Alex.
It goes wide, and now Alige is just going to be shutting this one down. Zips Kiev's lips in a moment. Just keeping himself chill. The bomb is loose. Kiev is alone. 3 to find, and this is just looking like a brutal scenario to be left in. He's used everything just to try and find this one frag, and Alige is going to give it to him eventually. Just on the edge of that smoke.
Might be a rifler, Kiev, but in a 2 versus 1 final round has to go for it. Do they spot him?
One plays anti-flash, but the other will peek, and I liked it from Kiev. There wasn't many options available to him. He went for the YOLO play. Oh, valiant attempt, but nothing's going to be coming of it. And we will see Liquid end the half. 9-6. North Americans leading this one into the attacking side.
Well, there we go. Alige picks up the pieces there after I said, of course, JDM shouldn't go down here. Gets their blown off. But
goes wide for a nade.
to be expected. But it will be 9-6 for Liquid. After going down 5-1, that's actually pretty decent. You remember they won the first real round of CZs at that point. That's how they got into the game. And at that point, they really ran away with it. There's only really one gun round for Big Clan after that. So Liquid, in my opinion, looked like the better team.
I mean, when you look at that line of blue, you certainly can see.
Right.
Yeah.
They looked like a much stronger unit, and I do think they'll win this one. Twist and Nitro especially should be carrying the victory. I'm sorry, but no one really is impressing me from Big as of yet. Even Tabson's looking pretty quiet. We want to see him and Next be stepping up, and Kiev needs to have an impact with the AWP as well, which doesn't really seem to be happening. It's more kind of better efforts with the AK-47 right now.
No, absolutely. I mean, now you think back, we've seen a whole lot of Liquid. We haven't seen too much of Big. Those first, what was it, 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Off the back of the pistol, kind of got them some numbers on the board, but nothing really to write home about actually in terms of substance. Maybe a CT-sided team. I don't know. I feel like if you had Tabson on your team, you'd want to be all guns blazing on the T side.
Well, best of one.
Yeah.
9-6, not a huge deal. Win the pistol, you're right back into it, right? You are moving over to arguably the easier side, right? So we'll see what happens here as we swap things over. Looks like the boys in the Liquid camp are relatively calm. No soundproof headsets required here. Everyone can just be leaning back,
I think it's
or
just
lounging,
chill,
if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be lounging. Actually, it was really interesting. I don't know how. Like JDM must talk about this, but he's like studied it. He went to like university and studied like sports science. And
he did his whole major on chairs.
Like physiology and stuff. And so he was talking about it, and he was basically saying like the reason I don't sit like this just because of bad habits or because of whatever. He's like, this is actually the best way to be sitting for your posture.
So why is no one else doing it?
Because no one else did a 4-year degree in how your back should be.
Yeah, but what about his team though? That's what I'm saying. Like, surely he gets him on board with the philosophy.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Well, back into the game, Alex.
I can't see the screens, but it's actually very comfortable.
We got a quick glimpse of us. I did get about 1,000 tweets for the outfit today.
Oh, you did?
A lot of hate.
A lot of love?
Haters.
No love?
A bit of love.
Yeah.
Mostly hate.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm just trying to join in the atmosphere, you know?
No, it's okay. People on the internet have strong opinions.
Yeah, they're the best ones.
Yeah.
On the internet with their opinions.
Yeah.
But let's get into a shout. Oh, no, not live.
Not live.
So if you're joining us, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Liquid versus Big Clan, the first game. What's the official name of the tournament, Alex? You've been preparing this.
The first game of the tournament?
No, what's the official name of the tournament?
This is ESG Tour, brought to you by Betway, here in Mykonos.
Nice.
No worries, man.
I'd like to bring some of your hosting skills into the cast sometimes, you know.
I mean, I'm still kind of remembering how to cast. It's been a while.
Me too.
Shut up. You could do it in your sleep these days. It's been a long time. It's nice to get the casting opportunity once again. Just make some noise.
Every time we cast, it seems to be an absolutely nuts game.
That's true.
On Overpass as well. It seems to be every time it's Overpass. We haven't really had that like electrifying moment just yet, but I feel like it's coming in the second
To be fair, we've also got like a good 4 days ahead of us.
Yeah.
You know, you got to watch out.
I think we need to kick it off with a bang though.
You're right.
Front page Reddit, first day on Overpass.
We'll be making lots of noise, I'm sure. Raising the decibel levels, Henry, fingers crossed. I just want to see Twist do something nuts. I mean, so far he's just been destroying unarmored Germans, but we'll see. It is time to kick back off into our very first game here of ESG Tour. We're live from Mykonos, Greece. We're hanging out in an island. I can actually see the sea from my casting desk, and now I'm ready to get into some more Counter-Strike. It is quite the juxtaposition. We've locked ourselves in dark rooms to play video games here in summer in Greece. Let that sink in. Nitro then going to be going for that smoke and a flashbang.
Yeah, this will be quite a simple
utility for the T side.
Yeah, this won't be too exciting. They probably just drop either one smoke towards heaven or on the bomb side itself towards B, flash over, and just try and get a very quick plan here. Most teams do favour towards the B side, and this one's no different. It's rushing towards the monster, but Tabson with that first shot takes down JDM.
Tabson needs more though, because he's about to meet 3 friends, and he's not hitting the initial shots. That's going to cost him. Nex, however, does better. Nex again through the smoke. A third surely on the cards. No, down to a scrap of health. And it will not be. Instead, we do see Big Clan pick up the first. And you said this, you know, you win the pistol in the second half, suddenly you're back in the game. We'll see if they can get the necessary 2.
That's both pistols now for Big.
Yeah.
Lose this game, presumably they get both 3-0s on either half. That'll be a very, very disappointing situation for them. Here's the replay though. Next, stepping up. That shot was lovely.
Just saw the legs, the tips of the toes. Solid work. Little booties.
Yeah. Well, no force buy here from Liquid, surprisingly. They've done that
Restraint,
twice.
okay.
Yeah, they did it on the CD half, and no bomb going down for Liquid on the T half as well. Almost every team will force buy here. They'll get armor, Tech 9s, Deagles.
Because it's super effective.
Yeah, and it's not going to be happening here. This is quite interesting. Maybe, well, I was going to say, maybe they buy into the next round, but that's not the case. You get Glocks, maybe that's the thing, but this will be the easy spray down the gear. Can't believe his luck. Unarmored opponents, we've got the MP7 as well. Tamsin chimes in with the third frag, but that should be it. No bomb will be planted here today, I'm afraid. Keeve coming in to mop things up. He gets the last frag. Magia with his third as well. Very good B defense, but not really challenged. One flashbang and some upgraded pistols. That's about all we had to work with there on the Liquid side. 9-8. So the good news is about not force buying in the second round. You can afford upgraded pistols again in the third, but it's unlikely you actually win the round, right?
I mean, this is just going to be an eco bash. This is where we just watch Liquid melt. Dream scenario they plan, but I mean, you think about Overpass, there's really no, like you know in Mirage, you can do like silly fakes and try and get the bomb down, but in a map like Overpass, I guess it's just going to be Twists hit some stupid deagle shots and they have a chance. That's it.
Well, with no nades, no armor.
It's going to be a bit of a bloodbath.
Yeah, well, Keeve, he's trying to get some more money here. We know he's the AWPer for the side. Got the UMP in hand right now. Not giving too much away, though. He's actually showing some restraint here. Won't be trying to find all the kills just yet. Falls back towards the bathroom. It's going to be God B, though. He is hunting for a couple of frags here. Falls back from the connector. They have got control of short and indeed water. 20. What's the play from Liquid? They're just hoping CT makes a mistake at this point. They're hoping someone overextends, gets a little bit too horny, and might be taken down.
We're going to stick with that word, are we?
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Raunchy. I like raunchy.
I feel like at this event I can say horny.
You can. You're totally allowed.
Yeah.
You can be horny for frags.
It's nothing else.
Nothing. Nothing else at all. With all of that said, a little bit of damage has been done. There's been tickled. Stan and Twists have a giggle. But in the grand scheme of things, this should just be an open and shut case. They are taking their time, though. This shows that either it's a bit of a team talk, but alongside that, it's also, you know, this isn't a round to just throw away. You
can actually try and cause some damage. Yeah, every kill is going to mean something. They only get one, but that's better than zero, right? A chance to just calm down and work out what you're going to be doing next round. That's absolutely fine. It gives Zeus a chance to talk as well. And we'll go into the next round. Number 19, we're all square here, Alex. 9-9. Big Land get back into it. Like we said, they had the 5-1 start in the first half and a 3-0 here in the second as well. Lose this game in a best-of-1 environment. Has to be really gutting for the big side. But we'll have a look at the buys now. Liquid get it together. Like you said, very conservative approach from them. With no force buys. No bombs going down either. JDM with the AWP. He has got head armor, but no nades to work with. Keeve, same story, but he's fully equipped as he goes towards middle for the first kill.
This is going to be an unreceived aggression from Keeve. Worth mentioning, Liquid have been here. They're one of the first teams to arrive. In fact, they were the first team to arrive here in Mykonos, and Keeve has the orb taken from his hands. Nitro. Solid work from him, just goes wide. Nice little counter strafe, takes the head off of Keeve on long.
Good night, Keeve. Thanks for coming. Well, Nitro blows his head off, 5-4, and this is a bit of a bonus situation for Big. They've saved the UMPs and not looking too healthy right now. Man advantage, Liquid don't have to overcommit. They're waiting for any sort of CT reaction. We saw that from Liquid in the first half. They lost the first pick. We saw them push towards Monster. They'll be hoping for the same sort of thing right now as we get into the final sectors of this round. They'll head back towards B from what I can see so far. We have got some interesting plays there from Next. This is the reaction from him. Going towards that short pipe and maybe could shut them down, but they've thought against it. They'll actually end up back towards A.
Is this indecision or is this some form of baiting? I don't think they've actually made any noise throughout this whole process. It's just trying to get a read on where those CTs are. They're fully split, just a 2-2 split to receive them. Nades are going to start raining in, and so there will be some ants in the pants for those guys on B. Now, talking of B, God B is going to be the first on the case. He is hanging out towards this main entrance, and surely it's only going to be one. Yes, back turn for one, maybe a second. He gets it with the SMG, backs away through the smoke, and the job is done. Just Stan's Law then. 3 to 5, Tamsin's on a scrap of health, maybe. Oh, he catches the nade!
Here we go.
15 seconds though, Stan, you have to go so quickly. Trying to use his nades to the best of his ability! What are you doing? Leggy has absolutely fluffed it!
That's what we want, the biggest whips.
He throws the round away!
Biggest whips of 2017.
He had a solid, oh there he is, a slight rose cheeks creeping onto his face as he realizes that round was his.
That was such an easy frag as well. He had like 4 seconds in that
4 seconds of spray.
Oh, don't see the He's like, got his Molotov out. He's getting shot at. Oh, how have you not killed him?
Oh, that's tough.
That's shocking.
And then goes wide. That was a big round. It's been taken away. Not big in the literal sense.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
the worst thing about Carson.
That was a round for the big clan. That's what that was.
That was yeah. Take a Alige calls the tactical pause, right? Let them stew over that, right? Let them sit there and just think, what did you just do?
No, let that silence in your communications. You know, like because no one's talking right now, and that hurts. No one is talking.
Scrolling Facebook, just sat there quietly, just like.
Quick alt tab, check MSN Messenger, send a nudge to your crush. Yeah. That's what I used to do.
Oh no.
Or the lick sticker.
Yeah,
that was a good one.
That was just done. That was locked in. Great work from Stanislav, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, credit where it's due.
No chance he wins that. Surely not. Such a gutting round as well. Just they recovered. There was a 5-on-4. They had a disadvantage of the Germans, and then.
Oh, God, be saved the day.
He nailed it. He gets 2 or 3 kills at UMP. 2 versus 1. There's no time. He said 10 seconds. He's got his back turned and the Molotov out. And you have to point out the good things about Counter-Strike and the bad, Alex.
Absolutely.
And, that was a bit shocking from the gear, unfortunately. But still, it's not the end of the world.
Game isn't over.
Yeah,
but there's very few human beings who are not going to let that affect your game. If I mess that shot up, if they mess that shot up, that's going to be affecting you. Not Keith, though, because he's already taken Aegean out of the running and then recedes. He's done his job. He's established some degree of presence on long. It's not going to be phasing Liquid too much, though. You can see they're just having a walk, having a stroll. And so, the question is, where's that next frag going to be occurring? It looks like Keith's repositioning is going to be rewarded as well here. This is lovely from Keith. Just like a rash all over Overpass at this point in time. 1, and soon to be 2, if they hit that W key. Here it comes. No, misses the shot. And that's going to cost him suddenly a 4v4. It felt like he had all the time in the world to hit that. Liquid are just too quick on the trigger. 4v4.
Well, here we go then. Huge, huge round for either side. The 20. 45 seconds remaining. In terms of the setup, it's going to be Liquid with mid control, but Stanislav here towards the monster tunnel. Aegean. And next, hold the B side. Lying in wait, if you will, as the bomb rotates over as well. Aegean now, he's got the incendiary. He needs to time that to perfection. With 25 seconds, I'm deploying that at about the 20-second mark. There it is. In it goes. Now, they run through it. Oh, God, that's brave Stan, but nails the shot.
Is Stan on leg here again?
Yeah.
Flashbacks, PTSD. Let's have a look next. What have you got from him? Nitro's going leaping with an AWP. And this could go crumbling down. Bomb needs to go down right now, but already Tabson is going to dunk on Stan with the nade, and now Twist is going to get caught out as well as he descends into water. We have another round on the board and bigger back.
They definitely are. That was very interesting indeed. Equal exchange at the start, 4-4, and it was Liquid trying to end up towards the B side. You could see why Aegean went down. He dropped the incendiary, but you could see the trajectory come through, and that's why Stanislav thought, well, you're going to show me where you throw the nade from, I'll run through and take you down. You open things up, bomb got planted, but good work from Tabson, and got B as well. He gets that 1 key frag and keeps the dream alive. That was huge for Big. I'm really going to be struggling with that this game. It's every adjective.
Huge for Big. Oh, it just sounds like, yeah, you're just really huge for Big. Large for Big. Goes large.
He's going large and in charge. He's playing for Big. But 10-10, we're all square once again. The bomb does get planted for Liquid, but that's a pretty harsh reset. 4-1, very similar scenes to what we saw in the first half here. Big will have a full eco up against him in round.
Ooh, and a fledgling Tech 9, the new Tech 9. We'll see.
Yeah, you don't really see them that often anymore.
It feels really weird, man, yeah. Now, the changes that were made to Tech 9 were trying to aid more tap-based play, and you can see it still does damage. That dink.
1 HP.
Keeve is lucky to be alive. He has a postage stamp left for a HP bar. And now, it's going to be very little said about this one. Just God B is going hunting for frags. Surely not the last. Nope, USP not quite connecting. Instead, though, it will be all over. Keeve is lucky to be holding that orb still, but yeah, we got to see a little flurry of the Tech 9.
Yeah, just you're building up as well. It's all about the taps. So even if you hit the first dink, you can't just like spam mouse 1 over the best.
No, you keep tapping.
I've got a mouse here, so like.
Oh, good tutorial. Sort of pace, good tutorial, Henry.
That's what you need to be kind of aiming for, that sort of tempo. But there it is. Got B with the UMP spray down. Nothing too exciting, I'm afraid, but still. It's 11-10, Big take the lead once more. All powerful JDM. See what he can deliver as we get into.
It's very, you know, the T side default here from Liquid is very similar to what Big were doing. You know, you have 1 underpass, Aegean's watching that, 1 towards Monster Tunnel to stop early CT aggression. It's going to be Stanislav, and then the rest they just try and make some sort of progress up towards Party. Flash themselves out, and no one is here to party with them.
I do like this setup from the CTs though. You see Godby in the barn, joined by Tapson as well. Working together, there's a nice little pull-up for you. You can see one watching towards middle, one watching long A. It means that no one can really get past. It could potentially smoke off the first entrance, and that's when they'll change their position. They do lose sight of anyone walking into that first entrance to bathrooms. Tapson will probably fall back towards the side itself.
Surely the one loophole in that hold is that they could just walk out underpass and go straight onto that side.
Yeah, that's the thing. So now he's lost that vision. That's when he'll probably reconsider. So you can see on the minimap right now, Tapson has to move through. He knows he can't really allow them to walk up to the site himself. He probably falls back towards the site, I would say. Right now, feeling brave. You're absolutely right. That is a possibility. But holding up. The smoke goes down. Still feeling like it's fine, but he has lost track of them as they go past.
Now the T's are going to be paranoid. They know they haven't checked this. They know there's a likelihood of a CT here, and whilst backs are turned, it looks like it's going to be one man down. Alish falls, and now Tapson surely soon to follow. No, a quick flick. He's only got a few bullets, and it's going to be, again, Stan starting to light up the scoreboard. He was struggling at the start, and twists, beheads Legia on Optimus, and that should be the end of the round. I mean, Nex and Kiev, the smoke will lock them out. They have to get through Bank. And if they want to get any Skrilla from this one, not going to happen. Instead, Nex doesn't wait for his partner in crime. It's going to be just a 1v3 now. Now, Keith could get free frag here, and he does so, but he's going to get hunted down. He needs to hit this now. It's just the tag. One more through the box. It could have been Dreamy. Instead,
it's getting creamy.
Twister's getting creamy. There it is, 11-11.
I like that. I was wondering where you're going to go with it. What saviour with the cream?
I was there. I was going.
When all else fails, bring out the cream pies. Is
that your saying in life, Henry?
Yeah, well, we've had a serious lack of them so far this event. No one's been cream pied. I guess because Jason isn't here. That's the reason, but I really would like to see that. So if anyone's listening, let's bring
Actually, you know, I had a cream pie the other night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a Greek dessert they make.
Okay, I'm glad you went with that.
No, it's a Greek dessert. They actually make it. It's got like kind of like noodly things, like sweet noodles and cream inside.
Lovely.
Delicious, yeah. I can't remember their name. It was very complex and Greek, but it was delicious.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on cream pie camp, but for now, it's going to be round number 23. 11-11, make a wish. More so for Big, as they are in a forced by situation.
Hello?
Oh, God, Tapson, he's playing very well right now, isn't he?
Nitro caught with his pants down, flash in hand. Oh, smoke. They actually double smoke it to make up for their inadequacies of the first smoke. That's going to cost them potentially in the long run. I say that. The T's are going to be flooding in. Keith has to hit shots, and he doesn't. Two opportunities, and neither do connect, and that could really be the end of the round again for the CTs. You can see locked out, and the retake is on. They're not going to be willing to bow down out of this one. Nades are going to keep coming. Just keeping them at bay. The T's have multiple flashes to keep throwing down towards Bank and those stairs. All the while, that bomb continues to tick down. CTs finally have an opportunity now. Let's see how far they can get with this one. It's going to be Twists first on the scene, tags him up, and the save key is hit. Get out of there.
Just the wise thing to do, Alex. Here, you got no kids, you got a couple of players tagged up as well, no nades, as you can see on the screen right now. Just fall back. Still a few rounds to go here. Don't just dump all the money down the toilet. Let's just fall back and keep 4 weapons up, and the T's are now realizing that will save as well, of course. Trying to do something here through the connector, but
cheeky nade. It's the usual lineup for a flashbang. He uses a H. He's Henry G.
Hello.
And we're about to get back into the Counter-Strike. If you have just joined us and wondering what on earth was going on, we had a little bit of an issue with the E-bot, but everything has been resolved and we're ready to go ahead and get things underway. The timeout, I believe, was called by Liquid, and now we are going to be kicking off to see if they can replicate some success that they were hunting for. The buy certainly does favor them.
Oh, for sure. Scouts out.
Scouts out for the lads.
Godby with the UMP as well, and it's going to be a huge advantage here for Team Liquid. Win this round, it's going to be a crushing eco for the boys in Big. Let's see what they can do about that situation as we head into round number 24 here. Default for now, of course. Liquid is feeding out towards Connector. No real heavy presence from the CTs at all. We've got a little bit of jitters going on here, Alex, but that's where we like it.
They're just nervous, Henry. They're just nervous.
After that big pause, just trying to get back into it, get their head in the game.
I like this boost. Smoke will make a little bit more difficult to make anything work from here. In fact, they've already crossed through. He still has eyes over that smoke, and so probably will stick this one out. Tapson can catch them emerging should they choose to push through toilets. Instead, though, it's going to be Legia who's in trouble, and I can't help but feel this is going to be the end of Legia. Fully exposed, no info, and good night, Sweet Prince.
He does go down indeed, but a little bit confusing right now. There's a frag coming up on my screen for Tapson. It's getting a little confusing over here, Alex.
I think there it is.
Okay,
there it
so
is.
my screen, I just got that frag.
What
I got
is
that 10
happening?
seconds ago.
Okay.
No, you go. You're the play-by-play. You got to handle this situation.
I'll handle this, no worries. And as they begin to wiggle their way, Keith doesn't have a weapon. He's just going to throw his fingers at the... Oh, it is a weapon. I think it's an attempt at an M4. Yes, gets one. Coming out Nitro, gets a solid 3 frames. He gets, I think, twists. Wait, hold your finger. I think he got him.
Confused.
That's just, yeah, his body. Here comes an attempt at another frag. And another one as the flames get higher, and Nitro's got a double kill out of somewhere. There he is.
So my screen, okay, if you go off my one,
Okay.
then it's more up to date.
Oh, there we go. Godby.
Your one, the stream is like 20 seconds behind right now. But yeah, Godby, last player remaining, that was accurate. He was in towards the flames at short. Goes down to 5 HP, will save the AK, and the bomb will indeed go down in favor of Liquid. Round as well, I have to say. As we said, that will be the crushing eco for Big going into the next round. They might even force buy into it, considering they've got Kyiv, almost no money at all. Same story for Aegean. No one can really buy into it. But it is 3 rounds in a row. Probably can just get some PT-50s, some body armor perhaps, and try and use the AK-47 to the best of their ability. Tabson might drop a couple of...
The buy to 2K call.
This is what I'd like to see. They've given the AK to Tabson. Now they're thinking. I always question myself, I cast big, it's like, surely, if you've got to save an AK, don't keep it in the hands of Godby. Let's give it to the star player's got 23 frags right now. Let's see what he can do.
All he has to do is buy Kevlar,
Yeah.
and he's a weapon.
Let's see what he can do. That's the best thing they can really bring to the table right now. It's not great. It's 13-11 in favor of Liquid, but you have got Tabson and AK, and I can't sing his praises enough. He is unbelievably good. And so we boosted up in the B side. A bit creative one, a spicy boost, if you will. So next will be the second man, and Tabson, of course, on top. And next sandwich.
You like to be on top, Henry?
Not actually. I think it's a bit too much work.
Yeah, fair.
You have to aim too much, you know?
Yeah, you just have to... You'd rather just crouch and just
exactly.
like... Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. But the argument is taken towards long, so this investment of not only the AK, but also the 3 players is going to go almost entirely unmet. And Liquid see no reason to change plans, as this is going to be a full execute. He's just going to get them a little smoke or a Molotov out. And it's going to be what? Kyiv to receive. Or perhaps he'll just leave. There goes the flashbangs. It's going to be Nitro then who's going to be flashed in first of all, trying to find something, and immediately as he goes wide, he realizes the CTs are playing the waiting game. It's going to be Kyiv here on Optimus, hoping and praying he gets a close fight, but there will be nothing gifted to him as the CTs start to drop. Nex and Godby.
Okay, just a note as well, for anyone who's watching the game and thinking, why are these players on a laggy server right now? We're on the Go TV, right? So I'm connected to the actual server itself, and it's absolutely fine. No issues there whatsoever. And with that pause, we probably just want to kind of close this game out and kind of get through that, and we'll speak to the next game. It looks like this one is a little bit laggy right now, but still, it will be Nex and Co. doing some decent damage. And Nex with 2 frags, does manage to save the AK-47 as well. But Liquid ultimately do win the round, and Nex with 3rd. That's not too bad at all, considering the situation. About to get 3 kills. He has been much better recently, especially the major as well. Looked actually pretty solid.
Outstanding, yeah.
And he was one of those players that's in mouse sports when he first came to the scene, and he looked amazing. On maps like Dust 2 towards that B side, like he had one of the crispest aims in Europe, but dropped off a little bit. So
Dramatically, though. I mean, to be fair, that mouse sports roster did just seem to kind of degenerate all of the skill of the other players. Like, you mean, look at Dennis when they lost Nico. He started coming out of his shell. Nex as well has proven here on Big that he certainly has got something to bring up to the server. We're going to be seeing what he can do now, as it is going to be Liquid heading towards him on this site, and it looks like Nex is going to have a chance to try and do some damage. 3 players are emerging from Monster. Let's see if he can get anything here. It's going to be the first. Just the one head, surely. Yep, traded. 4 versus 4 then.
You're trying your best, Alex. I recommend you. And it will be Elise to answer things back there, but still with the 3-on-3. Aegean PJ, or should I say Stanistorm, as he's tagged up on the server I'm on. I'm trying to cast from both screens. He's low HP. Big Clan with a huge advantage here. We'll see whether they can managed to hold on to it, but we still have a minute remaining. It was a fast B attempt here from the terrorist side, but Tabson and Co. trying to fight back. Tabson presumably pushes off towards short and tries to do what he can here. Bomb still in the hands of Alige. Smoke goes down, probably won't push at this point. He's trying to check behind the dildo, as you would say, Alex.
Why have you done that? We've got over that. We've moved past it.
Yeah, I wanted to say it as well.
The pillar.
The pillar.
The pillar. 40 seconds. As the slideshow does continue. Oh man, I used to love PowerPoint. I had so many good transitions.
Like the car noise.
I didn't use sound effects. That wasn't my jam.
Star swipe.
Yeah, Star Swipe was a big one. Mollies are going to be coming in. And that's a perfect flashbang. tabseN completely caught with his knickers around his ankles, but no one's going to be connecting instead. 15 seconds, and finally, Liquid is starting to make some progress. I just realized I said the time from the other monitor. It's actually 23 for you guys. There is some severe lag.
But it's a 2 versus...
How am I going to cast this? tabseN is going to be under some threat. I think he's got an M4. Yes, he does. He's going to be trying to find more than one. It won't happen. Instead, it's a 2v2.
Not for long, though, I reckon.
You reckon? Is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be very close. 2 versus 1 situation. There we go. Now to Keeve now with the AWP in towards heaven. Not ideal. No. Oh.
Oh! Oh! What was that, Henry?
And it will be around indeed for Liquid after losing both pistols and going down 0-3, 5-1 in the first half, 4-1 in the second. Big have just looked non-existent in these gun rounds, I have to say.
Now's
Think
the
about
time.
it, that's them getting like 9 rounds on the board just through those interactions.
So aggressive from Keeve. He finds an angle through the fountain on the last potential round of play. I mean, you have to commend that type of aggression. He realizes the rest of his team haven't got playmaking equipment, an MP9, a Mag7. It was his chance to try and make an early impact. That 5v4, we saw JDM doing it oh so effectively in the first half, and this time not going to be connecting. Instead, just pays a little light price down to 75, and we continue with Big Clan's battle for survival. A lot of people have been putting their performance into question after that top 8 at the major, and now ESG is their kind of opportunity to kind of return to form and show everyone that
Yeah, absolutely.
what they are capable of.
Godbee's found himself in a horrible little spot here. He's only got the MP9, or the shotgun, I should say. He does get 1. That's better than I thought he would get, to be fair. So Godbee takes out Nitro, but the refrag comes in, definitely favors the T side. Refrags on a map like Overpass as well, the attacking side, meaning they can spread the defense thinner of the CTs, but tabseN boosted up on the B side there. Finds the lead as well, still fighting, still swinging. And they won't be going down without a fight here. 4-3 with the weaponry not really recovered just yet. Famouses MP9s, Keeve on the orb. We'll go towards the B side with the bomb.
Okay, let's see what you've got here. Numbers do favor Big, the weapons certainly don't. Good use of the Molotov from Nex, I think, as they start to moonwalk aggressively. No, JDM finds tabseN. Aegean playing Quake. Just Twists then in a 1v2. It looks like Big have held on for this one just long enough. Twists, he's got scraps of health. He is going to be on 5 points of health, and that will be taken by Aegean and his FAMAS. And so the dream continues for Big as they try and get the first win on the boat. Yeah, just about. Sigh of relief more than anything else.
The buy situation next round won't be much better. They can drop a couple of UMPs now with the saved weaponry of Keeve and Aegean. It won't be awful, but Liquid, such a huge advantage here. They'll still have a nice full buy into round number 28. 15. 12 comes through though. Big Fan just about hold on. tabseN now hitting a 26 bomb. 26 kills, 19 deaths, not too bad. Next, not a country mile behind, so 16 and 17.
How far is a country mile?
That's the whole thing. I don't think anyone really knows. And
Country mile.
I've always said it, I don't really understand.
I mean, like, I always found it interesting, like, acres and hectares. That gets confusing.
But,
anyway, sorry,
the
Counter-Strike.
first time.
Yeah, let's
We'll
have
see
a little
what
look.
tabseN, Aegean and Keeve can do there as they go aggressive towards long 8. There will be an AWP for the B tunnels as well. Aegean misses the jump, the cross from, who was that? That was indeed Stanislaw. He has no idea he's on the other side of that monster tunnel. Seems to be snapping over. He knows the possibility at least.
But Stan, I mean, you have to have some iron balls to be able to take a peek. You know the AWP's going to be there. There's no smoke. Actually, you say that. No smoke. I think the nade's going to be going down himself. Maybe thinking about it. He has the opportunity to smoke the cross from short here as well. This is the angle. This is the lineup you often take to smoke off that short cross.
5-on-4 though. JDM does take a bit of a battering in the process. He gets the kill on Godbee. Down to 4 HP Aegean. You've got to hit this, my friend. Oh, the timing's just horrible. He gets 1 kill, but that's all he'll get. Elige now, that's his cue to strike on the B side here. This could be the round, and indeed the game. But next, still alive, doing work with the M4A4. How has he done that? They have the advantage, the 2 versus 1.
Wow.
Twisto, the star player of Liquid, trying to do what he can to recover the situation.
It is not impossible. Nex has given Big a lifeline. Twist has the opportunity to cut it. 30 seconds, does have the bomb in hand for now. Twist, though, realizes he has to make this a 1v1. That bomb cannot go down until another CT's body has dropped. This is his chance, and it's going to be Keith to take it away from him. 13-15 as Big continue. Another deep sigh of relief, and the buy is not good for Liquid here. We could be going OT here, Henry.
Yeah, this is going to be a certain eco here for Liquid. No bomb being planted. Losing 2 rounds in a row, meaning they get $1,900 per player. Not ideal, and we'll take a tactical pause for Liquid, of course.
Understandable.
And work out what they can do this round.